All right, guys, make sure you tune into this one. This tip is certainly going to save you some time when it comes to self-checking worksheets. Check it out. In this tutorial, we'll talk about how you can use a simple formula to shade answer solutions green or red when students type them in. I found that a lot of teachers and teacher authors didn't actually realize that you can use the fill handle or select multiple cells at one time to make this happen. So let's say your questions are in column C here, and your students are going to answer the questions in column D. For right now, we're going to use cells E2 through 11 as our answer key. And I don't recommend putting the answer key right there, but you could hide it somewhere else on the sheet or on another sheet. For the ease of being able to see everything at once, we're going to leave the answer key in column E. All right, so first thing you want to do is click on your cell, D2, and we're going to go over here to add another rule for conditional format. And if you don't have the conditional formatting tool pulled up, you'll just go over here to Format, Conditional Formatting, or you can grab it here under Fill Color, Conditional Formatting. We'll go down to the Format Rules and choose Custom Formula Is. And the formula we want to do is we want to actually reference the cell to the answer sheet. So basically we'll start off our formula with an equal sign, and then the dollar sign is just going to lock the row, or excuse me, lock the column. If we lock the column, all that's saying is we don't want the sheet to look left or right. I like to think of this as like wandering eyes of the Google Sheet. The Google Sheet's eyes like to wander. And by putting this dollar sign here, you're basically just saying like, hey, you're locked in on this particular cell. It's like if you go out on a date with your husband or your wife, you want to stay focused on them and not have your eyes wandering all over the place. So this dollar sign locks that row. Excuse me, I keep saying row, locks that column. And then what you're going to do here is we're going to just say, okay, I don't want to lock the row number. I want to allow the Google Sheet to just read down or basically walk down this column. And we're going to reference D2 equals E2. And all this is saying now is that if cell E2 and D2 are the same, then we want it to change a specific color. So right now, since I'm saying those two are equal, that would mean that the student answer in cell D2 is the same as the student answer in cell E2. And then I'll just click done. So what that did is it made it so when I type in 1, which is the correct answer, it changes green. Or let's say if we go and change our answer key, now whenever the students go and type in the correct answer, it shows as green. This is great, but that would take a ton of time if we tried to do this for every single question. Let's say you're making a self-checking worksheet that has 20 questions on it. That's not something that we want to waste our time doing. So instead, all you're going to do is take this fill handle here and you're going to drop it down. Since you didn't lock the row numbers, it actually is reading it so that it's going down the cell. So you might think, okay, if we type in 1 everywhere, it's going to accept that as the correct answer. Well, that's not the case. It is reading, or it's walking down and wandering its eyes down each row, row by row. So now this is expecting 2 to be the correct answer for this, 3, 4, 5, etc. So I like to make mine as a template, and then after I've finished the activity and it's complete, then I go back in and I change it to what I want the correct answer to be. Okay, I hope this helped. Like I said, a lot of teachers and teacher authors knew that they could use this to insert images because that's what I shared in a conference that I did recently, but most people didn't realize that this trick works with conditional formatting as well. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe for more.